Hey kids! In this module, Fundamentals of Business, we will get familiarized with the basic concepts related to business. We will discuss how business evolved and why one shall do business. We will also explore various payment systems for business and requisites of being a successful business person. So, let us begin by understanding what business is. Business is any activity that involves the selling of goods and services to people. A physical store selling shoes and clothes. A website selling trendy jewelry. A company providing online courses. A group of individuals providing tiffin services. An app providing taxi or cab services. All of these are examples of business. So, business is the organized effort of individuals to produce and sell for a profit the goods and services that satisfy society's needs. In simpler terms, business is an enterprise or activity with the intention to make profits. It is an entity that operates for commercial, industrial or professional reasons. Goods provided by a business are tangible items such as cars, stationery, groceries, etc. While service is an action or work performed for monetary compensation such as haircuts, hotel stays, dry cleaning, etc. Most businesses operate to generate a profit. Profit refers to the financial reward for running or owning a business. It is calculated by subtracting expenses or costs involved in the business from the revenue earned. The surplus we get is the profit. But sometimes businesses can suffer losses if the costs are more than the revenue. Some businesses that have a goal to advance a certain cause without profit are referred to as not-for-profit or non-profit organizations. These entities may operate as charities, arts, culture, educational and recreational enterprises, etc. Now that we have understood what business means, let us explore the evolution of business. The gradual development of economic activities from the beginning of human civilization to the present environment is known as the evolution of business. The business world has evolved over the centuries to take advantage of new trade opportunities, technologies, and consumer demands. Each new business era emerges as a natural evolution of its predecessors, so understanding yesterday's business model can serve as a starting point for creating tomorrow's. The primitive business activity is known to start with a barter system, where goods were exchanged for goods. As the societies progressed and money was invented, the business system also developed. The goods and services were now traded and exchanged for money. The business evolution went from a local stage to a global one. The local business evolved from its three basic sub-stages, starting with the barter economy, followed by the village economy and the town's economy. Further, the business expanded from towns to adjoining states and regional businesses grew as a result of cooperation between different states. The business expanded between towns and spread across the country and developed to become a national business. As economies progressed and difference in availability and abundance of resources in different countries was felt, the traders started crossing borders to exchange those things available in abundance in their country for those which were scarce in their country but available in abundance in the other country. Thus, international business emerged as an answer to fulfill the scarcity of resources felt within each country. Today, it is unimaginable that a business would have to be constrained solely within the borders of a single country. The economies in modern times have realized the entire world to be one huge market. This has paved the way to form a new concept called global business. Some of the characteristics of business are: it is an economic activity, as it is conducted with the primary objective of earning money. The various activities involved in business provide employment opportunities in different sectors like banking, insurance, transport, industries, trade, etc. It provides a source of income to society and leads to the country's economic development. It is done for profit motive. The primary purpose of a business is to make profit from its activities. Buying and selling. The business involves buying raw materials, plants, machinery, etc. and selling the finished products to the consumers, wholesalers, retailers, etc. The business also involves buying finished goods for reselling. It is a continuous process. Business is not a one-time activity. It is a continuous process of production and distribution of goods and services. A single transaction of trade cannot be termed as business. So, to constitute business, the transactions or buying and selling activities must be carried out regularly. Presence of risk and uncertainties. Risk is the fear of suffering a loss in business. The factors that affect the business are uncertain, such as a change in demand, fall in prices, strikes, natural calamities, etc. This uncertainty brings an element of risk to the business. Business is creative and dynamic. Modern business is creative and dynamic. Any person who does business has to be innovative and they have to come out with creative ideas, approaches and concepts to fulfill the customer's growing needs and approach them in a fresh, new and innovative way to be successful. Customer satisfaction. Businesses might help customers understand their own needs, but it is also the responsibility of businesses to give customers what they want. Modern business puts emphasis not only on profit but also on customer satisfaction. Consumers are satisfied only when they get real value for their purchases. The primary reason to do a business is the attainment of the personal goal of making money by generating profits in the business. Business objectives are the goals that decide the success or failure of a business. Business objectives are the purpose for which a business is established and performed. Objectives guide and govern the actions and behavior of businessmen. It is hence essential to understand the various objectives behind business. Major objectives of a business are classified as economic objectives, social objectives, national objectives, and personal objectives. Let us understand them one by one. Economic objectives of business. Economic objectives of business refers to all the necessary objectives to achieve the profit motive. Some of these objectives are profitability. We usually set up a business to earn profits. It does not mean that businesses should somehow make a profit by hook or crook. A business should earn profit by working under rules and regulations and following ethical practices. Growth. The growth should be in terms of an increase in profit, revenue, capacity, number of employees, and employee prosperity, etc. Stability. Stability means continuity of business in the changing dynamics of markets. Efficiency. A business should always try to achieve the best in its field, such as productivity, energy consumption, quality control, etc. Innovation. To drive innovative ideas through focused activities. Social objectives of a business. Business is not only focused on making profits, but it also stands for serving the society. It is the society that makes a business stand and grow. So, the business owes a responsibility to the community and takes care of social factors. Some of the social objectives of a business are providing good quality products and services, providing goods and services at reasonable prices, fair trade practices and refrainment from corruption, employment generation, fair remuneration to the employees, community service, contribution to the general welfare of the society, the well-being of socially and economically backward people. National objectives of business include creation of employment, promotion of social justice, providing equal opportunities to all, contributing to the revenue of the country, paying taxes honestly, self-sufficiency and export promotion, raise general standard of living, etc. Business is done by people, so there are surely some personal objectives too, such as earning money and achieving financial independence, controlling your own destiny, balancing your work and personal life better, choosing the people you work with, taking challenges, following your passion, giving back to the community and the society, pursuing social justice, job security, feeling pride in building something of your own, etc. Exploring trade. So, what is trade? Trade, in simple terms, refers to the buying and selling of goods. A manufacturer sells his goods to the trader, and the trader buys them and further sells them to the consumer. A trader is an intermediary between the consumers and the manufacturers. Trade can be bilateral or multilateral. A bilateral trade occurs between two parties, while multilateral trade occurs between more than two parties. Trade is classified into two categories: internal and external trade. Internal trade is made within the same country, that is, within the same geographical boundary of a country. It is also known as domestic trade. Trade amongst the traders of Delhi, Mumbai, and Pune, etc., is an example of internal trade. External trade. It denotes buying and selling activities occurring between two different countries. It is also referred to as international trade, where both the buyer and seller reside in two different countries. External trade is further divided into three sub-trades. Export trade, when the trader of one country sells any product to the trader of other country. Import trade, when the trader of one country buys any product from the trader of other countries. Entrepot trade, when a trader of one country purchases goods from the trader of another country and makes some changes to it and then resells this product to a different country is called entrepot trade. For example, an Indian trader buys spare parts, machinery and raw material from America and then restructure them to make a new product and sell it to other countries. Difference between business and trade. The term trade or business generally includes any activity that an individual or a group of individuals carry out for the generation of income from selling goods or performing services. However, these two terms differ. Trade refers to the buying and selling of goods and services facilitated by a medium of exchange, such as money. When goods and services are exchanged for other goods and services, we have a barter trade system. On the other hand, business refers to all those activities that are done to make a profit. As such, it includes business operations such as producing and selling goods or provision of services, investing activities such as the buying or selling of long-term assets, and financing activities such as the issuance of shares or bonds, repurchasing of company stock, and payment of dividends. Therefore, trade is a component of business activity, and business is a term that includes all the activities performed by a business enterprise. In the current times, businesses have complex and many non-conventional forms. The innovations in technology and changing consumer preferences work both as opportunities and challenges for the businessmen. Business involves resources like money, manpower, etc. These resources are scarce or limited. The business also requires a lot of time and passion. Everyone wants their business to be successful and generate profits. There are some prerequisites for the success of a business. Let's learn them. Establishment of clear-cut objectives. Clearly defined objectives are essential for deciding an action plan. Proper planning. It is needed for making decisions related to different business activities. Financial planning. This is to make sure that adequate funds are available for business activities at minimum cost. Research. It is essential to remain updated with the latest developments to succeed in business. Dynamic leadership. A leader or a manager's vision, courage, problem solving, and motivating skills are necessary for a successful business. Modern technology. Adopting new modern technology and efficient methods in production and distribution are essential for making profits in a business. Marketing. A product is useless if there are no customers for it. So, marketing is necessary to find customers and expand the business. Design thinking. It saves cost as it helps a business focus on the specific solutions that people need. It involves observing how people behave and think about their beliefs, gaining insights into what they need, and then designing a product keeping in mind all these aspects. Some important competencies of a businessman are communication. A business manager should have good written and verbal communication skills. The person shall also have good interpersonal communication, such as the ability to identify, understand, and anticipate emotions, and he should empathize and communicate effectively. Motivating team members. A successful business person knows how to motivate people and encourage them to be productive. Problem solving. The manager should be able to solve the business issues and problems. Creativity and design thinking. Design thinking is an innovative approach to problem solving by visualizing the problems from a completely different perspective. Ethics and integrity. High levels of ethics and integrity are essential to establish the credibility of a business manager. No one trusts a person who lies and blames others for his or her mistake. Upskilling and gaining new knowledge. To be successful in business, one shall keep gaining new skills and improving their knowledge. Resilience. It is the ability to bounce back from difficult events. Business is associated with uncertainties and risks. A good business manager knows how to move on from a loss and bounce back in difficult times. Leadership. A leader or manager's vision, courage, problem solving, and motivating skills are necessary for a successful business. Let's now learn the payment system for business. The payment system for businesses include paper-based payment system and digital payment system. Paper-based payment system includes cash payments, payments using check, payments through demand draft. Digital payment system includes banking cards such as debit cards, credit cards, unstructured supplementary service data or USSD, Aadhaar-enabled payment system or AEPS, Unified Payment Interface or UPI, mobile wallets, bank prepaid cards, point of sale, terminals and POS machines, internet banking, mobile banking, micro ATMs. With this, we conclude our module Business Fundamentals, where we learned some of the basic principles of business and explored various payment systems available for doing business in India.